Alright, in today's video I'm going to explain how to progress your way from pull-ups all the way up towards muscle-ups, and I'm going to do this by giving you the only 4 exercises you need to actually unlock the muscle-up. So with that being said, let's dive into this actual video. And the first exercise you need to progress your way all the way up towards muscle-ups is the normal standard pull-up. Now, this is pretty much going to be the first exercise that you're going to use to build up basic pulling strength, and it is absolutely crucial that you build yourself a solid foundation on this exercise. Now, if you watch my videos for a little bit longer than today, you know that I always stress the importance of having a solid foundation, because way too many people want to move on to harder progressions when they don't have a solid foundation built first. I've had this happen to me a lot in the gym when I'm doing muscle ups. People come up to me and they be like, hey, how do you do that, and can you teach me how to do muscle ups? My first question I ask them whenever people ask me that question is, how are your normal pull-ups? And so many people have answered, well, 5 pull-ups, maybe 10 if I'm lucky. Like, oh yeah, I'm not so good at pull-ups. And I'm just like sitting there thinking, I can explain to you how to do muscle ups, but it doesn't matter because you don't have the basic foundation laid, so you're never gonna achieve a muscle up, because once again, you're not even good at normal pull-ups. So do yourself a favor and get towards 10 to 15 pull-ups first before even thinking about going for any harder progression and working on specific exercises that will teach you the muscle up. And if you're good at normal pull-ups, you can move on to the second exercise, which is going to be the weighted pull-up. Now, this might be different than what you would expect if you clicked on today's video, because on most tutorials out there on YouTube, people will tell you to go from normal pull-ups to explosive pull-ups to band-assisted muscle-ups to muscle-ups. And that way of progressing can work, but for the vast majority of people out there, it won't. And even if they achieve muscle ups via this progression, they will not be clean for the first few months. And it's only after doing bad form muscle ups for a while that people start becoming good at muscle ups and they can clean up their form. And if you take a look at those individuals, their main limiting factor that is preventing them from doing clean muscle ups is a lack of pulling strength and a lack of explosive pulling strength. So what I recommend you guys to do before going into muscle up specific exercises is to spend more time on improving your pulling strength and widening out your foundation by doing one of the best exercises to build pulling strength, which is going to be the weighted pull-up. And this approach will take longer initially, but once you actually go into muscle up progressions, you will progress that much faster since you have more pulling strength at the start of your progression. And to use myself as an example, over the last 4 years, I have never done muscles for a long period of time. But about a month ago, I actually changed my goals and I wanted to learn muscle ups. And it took me literally a month to go from never doing muscle ups before in my life to doing clean muscle ups with almost perfect form. And that was because I had spent the last couple of years really building up my pulling strength, which made me progress very quickly once I went to doing some muscle ups progressions. And I'm not saying spend 4 years on building your pulling strength and then do muscle ups. I'm saying spend a couple of months doing your weighted pull-ups to build more pulling strength, which is going to make you progress towards a muscle up that much faster. And then the third exercise is going to be the explosive pull-up. Now, a very big part of the muscle up is the ability to pull yourself up high enough to make the transition into a straight bar dip. And in order to do this, you have to be very explosive, and that is what this exercise is all about. It is going to help you to develop your explosive pulling power, and the way that you progress on this exercise is to pull yourself up higher and higher, starting on pulling your chin towards the bar, then your chest towards the bar, and maybe even your belly button up towards the bar. And so pulling yourself up higher and higher over a period of time. And when you're doing this exercise, you really want to stick with low rep work, and the main focus on this exercise is to become more explosive instead of building up your reps on this exercise. And then the fourth and last exercise you need to unlock the muscle up is going to be the band assisted muscle up. Now I've actually done a full video on this exercise, which was the previous video I made and uploaded on this YouTube channel. And the main purpose of this exercise is to understand and practice good muscle up technique. Because if you guys didn't know, there is a fundamental difference in technique in pull-ups versus muscle-ups. When you're doing a pull-up, you're going to pull yourself straight up, and when you're doing muscle-ups, you're going to pull yourself around the bar in a curve-like motion, so you're pulling yourself around and over the bar. And so this exercise is really, once again, all about practicing that specific technique, so that further down the line, when you're going to bodyweight muscle ups, you've actually embedded proper technique, and it's going to make the normal bodyweight muscle up that much easier. And those are the only 4 exercises you need to unlock the full bodyweight bar muscle up. Now, what you might be thinking right now is, why haven't you talked about straight bar dips, since most people actually talk about this exercise when they're making muscle up tutorials and muscle up videos? Now I have 2 main reasons why I have not touched on straight bar dips in today's video. First and foremost, the main limiting factor for most people why they can't do muscle ups is explosive pulling strength and not a lack of pushing strength. And secondly, if you do any type of pushing training, if you're doing any kind of dips or push-ups or handstand push-ups, you should be strong enough to do a couple of reps on straight bar dips. And to use myself as an example once again, I can do clean 4 muscle ups, and I have never done straight bar dips for reps within my training, because I have been doing other pushing exercises and I never felt like doing straight bar dips was very useful, since once again, if you're doing any kind of pushing training, straight bar dips are not very difficult and are not very challenging. And that is why I have not touched on any pushing exercises or straight bar dips in today's video. But for now, let's actually finish today's video up. So as always, like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and share the video. If you have any more questions, video ideas or advice, leave it down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, 3 videos a week. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Latest.